Now, this was the penultimate day of my 3-week European tour, and my final destination for the day was to be in Santander. So leaving Potes, I decided rather than to take the coastal route to try something slightly different. So a bit of research in the hotel last night uncovered the CA-282, which actually cut across from La Hamida. Having stayed in Potes for 3 nights now, it was sad to actually be leaving. The buzz of the place just never fails to deliver, with the large congregation of bikers all there to actually enjoy the Picos de Europa. Now, as I neared the turn for the CA-282, I must confess that riding the N621 for the last time was really quite enjoyable, and I was sorely tempted to actually continue along the tried and tested route. However, just approaching the turn, the traffic did slow. Took a glance down and thought, well, why the hell not? So I turned right off onto the CA-282, and it was definitely a decision well made. Absolutely stunning. Part of the Picos that I'd never actually ridden before, but definitely will be doing this again. Whilst riding this incredible road, I was able to forget that I was actually en route back to the ferry, and actually just really enjoy the journey. Whilst I put these videos together for my own memory, just to actually relive some of the moments of my trip, it's always nice to know that others may have actually enjoyed the footage too. So if you're one of those, then please give me a like, and if you want to see more, then just subscribe to my channel. Now at this point I was well overdue a coffee stop, so when I came across the hotel cum bar restaurant, the Casa Miguel, it was a welcome stop. Already inside and cooling down, there were another few bikers also from the UK on their way to Santander. Now they told me that they come across the CA-282 a few years back now and have actually been travelling that route ever since. it had been about an hour and a half since I left the Casa Miguel, and temperatures now were way up into the mid-30s. So when I came across this hostelry by the side of the roadside, decided to pull in and just grab a beer just to cool myself down. Now inside I got the impression that this was very much a local music venue, with posters all over the walls, a couple of very old TVs blasting out Dire Straits. And from the look on the faces of the locals, I got the impression that they don't get too many tourists actually stop. But either way, it was a chance, as I say, just to cool down a little, grab that beer before heading off onto the coast. I deliberately planned a coastal stop about 10 miles outside of Santander in the hope that it was going to be slightly less busy, slightly less commercialised. And to be honest, when I actually reached the front, yeah, really pleasantly surprised. Lovely sandy beaches, obviously a favourite for the locals. And a friendly bunch they were too.
The camera, good.
Yeah.
Fantastic your camera. Welcome to Spain.
Thank you. So, having taken some time to relax, grab myself an ice cream and just take in some of the coastal views, it was time to head off to Santander and find my pre-booked accommodation at Carlos III Hostel. Now, this was one of the rare pre-bookings that I actually had. I'd actually booked it via Brittany Ferries, which turned my trip actually into a holiday. Unexplicably, they actually give you a 30% discount off of your ferry crossings if you actually go down the route of booking a holiday. And fortunately for me, one night booking in a hotel constitutes a holiday. Now, having stayed at the same hotel on my trip last year, I knew what to expect. Basic but clean, and also in a great location right by the front. So I was able to actually enjoy my last night in Spain before heading off the following morning to Bilbao, where I was actually catching the ferry back to the UK. Hopefully you've enjoyed the video, and if so, then I would appreciate a like. But this really was the end of my June 2026 European tour. However, there's a lot more footage to be seen, including the 8 days that I spent with my partner riding pillion, where we actually rode the north coast of Spain, dropped down into Portugal, rode the Douro Valley into Porto, and having dropped her back to Lisbon, I then rode the Sierra de Estrella.